So we're starting with our dynamic warm-up. Artie's going to go into a knee hug, staying nice and tall, slightly pulling up on his knee. Making sure that he's not using his back here and just slightly hugging knee to his chest. Good, the next drill we have, Artie's going to get his feet nice and wide. He's going to shift from right to left and come right back to the middle, then shift again back to the left. Good, and he's going to alternate side to side, keeping both feet flat and both feet pointed straight ahead. And he'll give you another view of this. Facing this way, feet are wide, shifting side to side. Good, our next drill we have is our athletic drops. Artie's going to start tall, up on his toes, hands are elevated. He's going to drop down into an athletic posture and stick and freeze that landing. So he's up tall, reaching up, and he drops, freezing into that bottom position. He goes into a short stop position here. Hands are going to go right on his thighs. He's going to stay nice and tall through his spine. His eyes are looking straight down. He's going to free up one hand off his thigh. He's going to draw as big of a circle as he can without rotating his shoulders, taking his time as he goes through this, leading with his thumb, and then he can reverse that and go the other way. Mike Donahue here, reviewing some of our core concepts that we went over the other day. Our biggest problem that we have with our core is that we see a lot of guys in these really big extended postures where their hips are falling forward and their rib cages come up. Some of the drills that we designed for you guys to make sure that we address those issues are very simple, and they all have very similar concepts. The concept being is the position in which your ribs and hips are in. We want to think about bringing our hips underneath us and our ribs down as we support our upper body in this manner. So in this position, we call this a nice neutral position. We also refer to it as a short stop position, okay, where the knees are slightly bent, my torso is nice and neutral. Now when we train the core, the biggest thing we want to do is try to maintain that posture or position throughout a lot of our exercises. So one of the drills we'll have Artie here go into our wall plank. He's going to support his body with the wall. He's going to walk his feet back slightly. A big thing we want to see here again is that position that he lines his spine in. He's not overextended. He's not arching his back. He's nice and neutral through his spine. While gravity pulls him down, he's got to fight and keep his abs engaged, bracing his abs. To make this drill a little bit more difficult, he can back up a little bit farther. And again, that's a little bit tougher position to maintain and hold. From here, our next progression is we go to a front plank, which is on the ground. His forearms are going to go on the ground, keeping that neutral posture always in mind, making sure he's nice and rigid throughout his core. And you can see how his hips and shoulders are relatively in the line here. He's not arching his back or a big swoop in his back at all like that. So biggest thing again, correcting posture, keeping sure that plank is engaged. From here we can go into a bird dog. We can progress this. So from a quadruped position, this will take a little bit less weight off our shoulders. We're going to reach with our right hand and our left leg, keeping that neutral spine. He reaches out with that leg, reaches out with the hand, not letting his back arch as he goes through the drill. Good. Our last progression with this is what we call our shoulder taps. He's going to come to a tall push-up position. Notice how his hands are directly underneath his shoulders. He's going to lift one hand, touch the opposite shoulder, and come right back. You can also change this variation up by lifting up one leg slowly. Again, making sure that the core is engaged the entire time, and he's not rotating from his hips. All right, he's going to start going into the wall here. He's going to take his body and go nice and tall. Hands reach straight out in front of his shoulders, keeping his body nice and straight here. From here, he's going to reach one leg forward and let it hang. He's going to swing that leg as his toes dictate the direction of his swing. Always rotating from the toe, just nice and relaxed here. Everything else stays relatively still as that 1 foot moves. Then the next drill we do, we call our switch drill. One knee is going to come straight up while the other leg is extended fully down. He's going to switch and switch. He's almost marching through this. If we want to progress this, we can switch at the same time. Go ahead, Artie. Switch, 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 switch. Good. The final drill, we'll go into this hip flexor position with the knee up. We're going to rotate from the hip and come right back to the middle. We call this our wiper drill, keeping our knee up as high as we can that whole time.